Hello, my old school soul food family. Chef Jeffrey back with another video. It is officially November 1st, so the next 90 days is some of the best days that I enjoy. It's the holiday season, and I just want to touch base with y'all with some stuff. Little Q&A, little information here. It's better than writing it all down. First thing is, last week, October 22nd, maybe week before, was my old school soul food anniversary. Not with YouTube, but the actual brand I created in October 22nd, 2012. So that make it 8 years, the old school soul food brand. It started in Facebook, and from Facebook I went to, Facebook is 8 years old. YouTube is, I started YouTube last year in May, so YouTube is about 1.5 years old, which is growing really, really fine. Facebook, I got almost 400,000 followers. That's the main family. YouTube, Instagram is like a couple of years old. Twitter is about 2 years old. Pinterest is coming up on a year with Pinterest. Twitch TV about 6 months, and Twitch TV is about 6 months too. So anyway, like I say, I always say old school soul food family. And oh, I got my eggnog here, y'all. That's another thing I like about a holiday. Speaking of eggnog, I'm get all subject. Go get you some of this Borden eggnog. This is not a commercial endorsement or nothing. This stuff is good. I get the one with no nutmeg in it. Of course, I don't drink alcohol. This stuff is so good. It's like drinking, tastes like melted ice cream really, but I love this stuff. And too bad it's only around a couple of months out of the year. But I love my eggnog. I don't want no nutmeg in it, I don't want no alcohol in it. I drink it just like this. Sip on it, you know. But anyway, back to what I was doing. Saying, anniversary, just want to appreciate everybody that follows me on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all of my social media accounts. Like I say, we all one big old school soul food family. I don't call y'all fans, I don't call y'all followers, I don't call y'all subscribers. We all one big family. So anyway, just gonna touch on a few things here. I want to be brief. Like I say, they say you like a Baptist preacher, you just be rambling on and on. So anyway, a couple of things. When I do videos, recipes, people ask me what kind of flour I use. All-purpose flour. 99% always use all-purpose flour. I use bread flour sometimes when making rolls and stuff like that. The majority of the time is all-purpose flour. All I use, vegetable oil. I mostly use vegetable oil in 99% of my recipes. Temperature that I set at, most time my recipes, my cakes and everything is 350 unless I specifically, and I was really clarified if I touch my oven up more than 350. My deep fry is 350. So those three things are really repetitive. My buttermilk I use is usually the low-fat buttermilk. Any of it work in the biscuits, but I use low-fat. But butter that I use salted butter. Now, if you see my recipes, sometimes I'll put salt because I think the recipe needs a little bit more salt, but I'll cut the salt down in the recipe to accommodate for the rest of the salt in the butter. But I always use salted butter in my recipe. When you see my recipe, I always use salted butter. That's another thing to take consideration. Okay, another thing, I wrote myself some notes here. I get to rambling on and then I forget what I was, my Uncle Steve shake. A lot of people, of course, you know I use my Uncle Steve shake. I use the spicier. That's the brand, that's the one that I like. If you go to order this to get my brand, I have to explain this to people. You know, I got a lot of older people, excuse me, on my thing that's not computer savvy, which I know I'm not the best computer savvy. I have a team work with me on a lot of things, but you go to UncleSteveShake.com and pick out what spice you want. I use the spicier. I use the sweet and spicier, I'm sorry. This is the one I use the most of in my videos. You pick this one, you have other ones. Pick what spice you want, and then the checkout before you check out, there's a special instruction box. You type in old school soul food and you'll get my label. If you don't, you're going to get my Uncle Steve Shake's happy face. He's a nice guy. You'll get his label if you don't specify what label you want. And he have all different kinds. You have the Gator Shake. He have some new ones coming out. The one for chicken, one for pig, one for beef. He has all kinds of them. And I use them all, but this is my favorite one. When you see me cooking, this is the one I use. The spicier, sweet and spicier. It's not really spicy. I love it. There's only really 3 spices I use in my cooking. I use this. I use the Cavendish Greek season. You can get it at Walmart or H-E-B in this area. Kroger's have it. I don't know what store in your area has it, but I've been using this since I was 17 years old. The Greek Cavendish Greek seasoning. Until Steve finally got one that I love, so I use this. And I use granulated garlic. Not powdered garlic, not garlic powder. I use granulated garlic in pretty much all my food. And then I use salt and white pepper also. That's the only spices I use. Like I really stress in my video, I try not to use too many spices in food, because food has its own natural flavor. And you want to enhance the food and not cover it up with all these different spices. I see people use 15, 20 different spices on food. Why? You're not tasting the food, you're tasting the spices. So I try to use a minimum amount of spices that I can or have to in my food. So people always ask what spice I use. But also use what according to, when you see me do a recipe, people say, I want to do exactly like you. Hey, you can do that, but make it your own. Make every recipe your own. If you don't like like I said, if you don't like peaches, use pears. You don't like strawberry, use blackberry. If you don't like chicken, use beef. If you don't like pork, use chicken. You can change it up. Make every recipe your own. I do that all the time. Find a recipe, find something even my mama used to make, and I kind of tinker with it here and there. Make it your own. Also, I get a lot of requests, and I think this is so heart-wrenching that people go through things and I guess they look at me, which I consider this an honor. People go through things in their lives, and I get many messages. Please pray for me for this. Believe me, I'm all off of praying for. To me, y'all are a family. I will pray. I really actually pray for each and every one of you. I don't know y'all on a personal, one-on-one basis. I pray for my whole family out there that I cook for, that watch me. I have a prayer for y'all every day. And if you want to reach out to me, individually, send me a message to pray for some family member, you lost a family member, you have a family member sick, I have no problem with that. I consider that an honor and a privilege that you look that much on me to ask me to do something like that. I have no problem with that. To pray for you and your family. I do it anyway on the regular, but you want to pray for somebody individual, I have no issue or no problem with that. So anybody feel comfortable telling me to do that, I have no problem with that. Also, another thing, I get a lot of comments and things on my page, and it is totally humanly impossible for me to answer every comment. I try to answer as many as I can, and don't think less of me that if you say something, I don't get back with you right away. I see some people kind of get a little frustrated. I see every comment. I have a few moderators. They do the best they can. They have other jobs. This is not their full-time job. Just like this is not my full-time job to do things. But also, if you're a fellow old school family member and you see somebody ask something, you know the answer to it, hey, reach out to them and tell them this, this, and this, and this. If you already know and you've been following my family page long enough and you know what I would tell them, just tell them. I have no problem with that. We all one big happy family. And not like I made previous video, I have the best following in the world. 99.9% of the people that follow me and that comment on my pages is awesome. You have a few bad apples and y'all don't weed them out. I will, but y'all usually get to them before I can and see them before I can, and y'all don't allow it. So I really appreciate that. Like I said, if somebody comment and I'm not able to come in or whatever and answer the question, just you know, if y'all know the answer or something you can help them out with, do that for me. I really appreciate that. Last but not least, the jellies. I was supposed to give away some jellies, which I said, man, back in March. when COVID-19 hit, it just knocked this whole old school soul food for a loop and just messed up my whole group of people working for me, helping me. Everybody's quarantined here and people can't come. So what is going to happen, I got everybody's name. I still have them locked down in a box. And I'm going to get everybody. I probably have to ship out 2 or 3 a week. I ain't going to be able to ship them all out. But I'm going to get y'all jealous. I have not forgotten. Don't think I've forgotten or whatever. I'm going to keep my word. Everybody written me those letters. I still have them. I still have their addresses. You will receive them. Hopefully by January 2021, I'll get everybody there, receive them. So please, thank you for being patient with me and working with me on that. So that's my first giveaway. So hopefully there's more to many. Also, another thing, I appreciate y'all that's purchasing my merchandise. I don't have a lot out there. I got caps. Caps is not online yet. You can, if you know me personally, I do have them. You can sell them. I can sell them to you on a personal basis. I don't have them online yet. Of course, all my shirts, hoodies, socks, stuff like that, you can get on Amazon. You can get on my. I have a link on every YouTube video. You have a link there, or you can go to Teesprings/Old School Soul Food, or you can go to Amazon. Just type in Old School Soul Food, and my t-shirts will come up. I really appreciate the people that's purchasing that. And that is pretty much it. I done ramble on here, probably about 15 minutes. But that's pretty much it, all I need to tell you. Other than I really appreciate the love and support. The next 2 months is going to be pretty tough. And a good tough, not nothing bad. Because on my regular job and this job, November, December is the busiest time of the year for people in the food industry. If you're in the food industry watching this, you know what I mean. It's very busy. And with the COVID-19 and a lot of restrictions, it's going to be even more difficult because we got to do things a little different way, which is more extra step than we usually do in the restaurant industries and things like that. So I'm going to be working digitally on my professional job, and when I get home, I'm going to be working on y'all to get all y'all know y'all need to get your holiday, your turkey and dressing and cranberry sauce, giblet gravy and turkey stock and sweet potato pies, pecan pies, banana pudding, all that stuff. I'm going to get out to y'all if I haven't gotten out already. Little tips there and here and there how to make your Thanksgiving and Christmas dinner, lunch, or whatever how you want to say it a lot better. And I really, really have fun with that. So anyway, like I said, love and appreciation to every one of y'all. I love reading the comments. Sometimes I'm 2 or 3 days behind on comments. I really appreciate it. The private messages, the emails, everything. I will personally email you back and comment. If I'm on YouTube, you're on YouTube watching this. If I don't comment, I will give you a thumbs up and a heart to acknowledge that I did read your comment, and I really appreciate it. So anyway, let me close this video out. Because they saying, Jeffrey, you are preaching over there. We need to get out of here because we need to go home and eat some fried chicken. You know how the Baptist people is in the church. The preacher gets to preaching too much and you're thinking about food instead of what he's talking about. So anyway, like I close every video, we one big happy family. Please follow my other social media accounts. Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, Twitch TV, Pinterest, and oldschoolsoulfood.com. Until next time, have a blessed Old School Soul Food Day. Happy holidays, and y'all go get you some of this eggnog. This stuff is good. Have a blessed Old School Soul Food Day. I'll see y'all later on. Love y'all.